You didn't have the heart for it. You wanna know something, Lou? I fucked that shit up. Scrap wasn't no snitch.
I just let it happen.
Lou Thomas. He the one who told me.
Your stupid ass little brother went to Scrap Mom's house drunk and spilled the whole shit.
We straight killers, Joe. That's what we do.
Ask me, tracking down Lou should be the priority.
Walked in on you and Tony like 100 times. Tony deep, man. You and her were together.
Told you, I don't know you. You need to move the fuck on.
He was implicated in a cocaine operation by a witness who was later murdered up in Westchester County a while back. The hitter on that job was one Marco Baselli. A first grader could connect these dots.
What about that task force bullshit? What they getting into?
They ain't got nothing on nobody. No suspects at all.
My brother needs to be off these streets, and I can't find him. And that's bad for all of us.
Maybe murder on the south side.
Wait, you say one more fucking syllable and you dead.
Marvin, don't let her kill me.
Welcome back, Top Notch Gang, to another video. Season 3, Episode 8 of Raising Kanan has just been finished, has just aired, and in the Episode 9 trailer, we get so many clues and details that we all been waiting for the answers for, and that's how we got this video. Is Marvin gonna save Lou? Is he gonna stop Rock from killing him? And now, where is all of this coming from? You guys all know this picture we've been theorizing for the entire season of the gun to Lou's head. Now, I made a video a long time ago at the beginning of the season talking about this picture, talking about the death of Lou, and my 3 possible killers were Rock, Kanan, and Ronnie. Now we finally know that it is Howard with the gun to Lou's head, but this is a plan that was all put together by Rock, by going to Howard, by telling him that Lou needs to be off the streets, he's not thinking straight, and if he starts talking, it's bad for everyone. And now all of this is gonna come to a head in Episode 9, and it looks like Rock made this plan all on her own, but in the end, she's gonna want Marvin's go ahead to put the bullet in Lou's head, take him out once and for all. And the thing about Marvin is he doesn't like a snitch. We saw it with Tony Deep, we're gonna see it with Gerald later in this season, so we gotta see what decision Marvin decides to make, because this is his baby brother. And because it's his baby brother, I think he makes the decision to save him, and this is what causes Howard to take Marvin down once and for all, working with the task force. Remember, he's holding on to all the information they have on Marvin. We have some more snitches, we have more clues and details about this from Episode 8, so I'm gonna explain how Marvin saving Lou ultimately ends up dooming himself. As usual though, you guys leave a like, comment, subscribe, let me know your thoughts and opinions on this down below, and what other characters you want to see a video on. But let's get right into it. Now, first off, the 2 reasons I know for a fact Marvin had nothing to do initially with the plan of taking Lou is, first off, in the description for Episode 9, it says Marvin is desperately searching for Lou. Now, I told you guys he was gonna go missing. I theorized it was Ronnie after finding out Rock took out Juliana, but it looks like Rock put this plan in motion herself with Howard. So it says he's desperately searching for Lou, which makes sense because my second reason would be that we saw in Episode 8, he told Rock that Lou should be the top priority, they should focus on helping him, and she was like, nah, focus on the money, nigga, you so worried about everyone else, you're not helping yourself. And that's gonna come back to bite Marvin in the ass. I highly suggest you guys go check out my video talking about Marvin's police case, everything they have against him, because by the end of the season, him worrying about everyone else is gonna bring himself down.
You so busy worried about every other motherfucker that you ain't even thinking about yourself.
But we do know for sure, based off these 2 things, that Marvin completely has no clue that Rock is putting this plan in motion. So when he is brought to the warehouse or wherever they are at the end of the episode to see if he takes out Lou, this is probably going to be a complete shock to him, and he's going to have to make an impulsive decision. Now, ultimately, of course, I believe he's going to save Lou. He's not going to let Rock or Howard take him out, but the consequences of all this is going to fall on Marvin more so than anyone else. And that's the problem with the decision he's about to make. Once again, Marvin's police case is piling up.
Marvin Thomas is checking off a whole lot of boxes in this investigation.
And we saw in the last few episodes that Howard is keeping all this information to himself. When Rock initially asked him about the task force, he said it had no information on anyone. They're just around.
What about that task force bullshit? What they getting into?
They ain't got nothing on nobody. No suspects at all.
But we, of course, know in the episode prior, Tanner went to him and told him they was looking into Marvin Thomas for the Marco Baselli kill, the Sal Baselli, the information going all the way back to Tony Deep implicating him in a drug operation, which of course we know now they have a witness under their belt with Gerald, which we saw in episode 8, him go outside and get into the car with Tanner, and he specifically asked for information on Marvin.
Tell us something good about Marvin Thomas, Gerald.
And now it kind of makes sense where they got the information about Tony Deep from, because we saw a few episodes ago within the conversation where Marvin and Gerald was in the park, they was talking about jukebox. The guy came up to him and talked about Tony Deep. So now it makes sense how the police got this information and was able to connect all the dots. Gerald is snitching, and we know eventually Marvin is gonna find out, because we still got the clip from the trailer of Marvin looking pissed and mad staring right in front of Gerald. So the information is gonna come out. And also within episode 8, Howard was talking to a specific guy, and he was telling him once he gets the job in the task force, he needs to bring down Marvin Thomas. All eyes is on him, and that's gonna put Howard in the clear. That's gonna put him in the good graces of everyone.
You're gonna need to hit the ground running when you take over here. We have them linked to the Baselli crew and tenants of Baseley and the 40s. Place them in both locations.
So Howard is once again keeping this information for himself, and this is important because we see in the episode 9 trailer, Lou is basically threatening to bring down Howard and all of them, telling him about how he solves all these kills, and he makes Howard mad, and that's what causes Howard to pull out the gun and put it to his head. If he feels like Lou is that big of a threat and problem and Marvin decides to save him, he's gonna try to bring down both of them for sure. Marvin being at the top of the list because the FBI task force is already so close to getting him, and they will be blindsided by this. They will not see it coming. This will be the first time Marvin doesn't listen to Rock. She usually treats him like a soldier, and he always gets the job done. But I think this time he'll have the gun in his hand, and instead of shooting Lou, he'll point it at Rock, he'll take Lou, and they'll get out of there. I think this is the first time they'll separate, but once again, it'll be his biggest consequence. As I shown in the clip earlier, she told him he's always worrying about everyone else but himself, but this is his baby brother, and his baby brother is gonna be his downfall. Now, I do believe a lot of people are already saying that all 3 of these characters are already confirmed for season 4, so this is another strong belief why I think none of them will die. But it also sets the stakes for season 4 even higher, with the Thomas family completely falling apart at this point, which I made a whole video on as well, the Thomas family being in danger. In that video, I talked about them being in danger if Marvin was to die or be taken away, and it looks like jail will be that option. This would cause Jukebox to of course go join the military army. Lou, without his brother, he's spiraling out of control. Rock, she don't have her muscle, no one's backing her, and she's gonna have big problems with Snaps, Pops, Ronnie, and Kanan all teaming up against her. She's gonna need someone like Marvin in her corner, but it looks like that's not gonna be the case. And also with Howard bringing down Marvin, she won't have a man on the inside of the police force feeding her information to stay safe. So this is just creating a multitude of problems that's gonna carry over heavy into season 4, and I think ultimately at the end of season 3, Marvin is arrested and is put in prison. Quick side note, something we're gonna have to keep a lookout for though is Burke's dad. He's been investigating into Howard. We just saw in episode 8 he went and saw Nicole's dad. Of course, Howard's name came up, but if he's able to reveal that he's a dirty cop in time, it might save Marvin, might save Lou, Rock, it might save this whole situation. We gotta continue to see how that storyline plays out. He has to make a move. It's now or never. Overall, that's it for this video. You guys can leave your thoughts and opinions on everything down below. Let me know your predictions. Do you believe Marvin saves Lou? Once again, I think it's already been confirmed that all these characters make it to season 4, but who knows? There's been a lot of hallucinations of characters and shit like that, so one of them could be killed and it could be something like that. And do you think Marvin saving Lou will affect Howard's decision? I think it does, because once again, he's already been keeping this information from Rock that they're looking that they're looking into Marvin. So he's kind of keeping it as an ace up his sleeve, and he's gonna have to use it rather soon. And even if he doesn't, I think all the information and evidence is stacking up against Marvin anyway, so it's just to his benefit to do that. And also, I didn't point out a line that Rock told him about the whole Chantel situation. Rock told him she could blow up his whole situation, basically saying she'll snitch on him. So he really owes them no loyalty at all. They both benefit one another, but in this circumstance, he needs to help himself, especially if they can't keep a hold on Lou. He's been wilding this entire season, and it really is time for him to go. As usual though, you guys can leave a like, comment, subscribe, let me know what other characters you want to see a video on, and the last 2 episodes of this season is gonna be so fire. But I'm out.